somehow the ghost of Concord just won't go away. It clearly hasn't been properly exorcised. And so wherever we go within the Western gaming industry, another company will spout up with, hey, we got a new game coming out. And it looks like it was made by the same people that did Concord. We've had Highguard in recent times, and before that has even been put to bed, and it is still losing players on the daily. We have Guerrilla Games, and their brand new Horizon outing is going to be called Hunter's Gathering, and it's absolutely everything that you expect it to be. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the shower without a toaster, unfortunately we seem to have another typical, well, let's just say modern Western gaming company offering to the masses, this time coming from Guerrilla Games and their newly announced Horizon Hunter's Gathering. Now, is it a hero shooter like the plethora of failed hero shooters that we've had recently? Highguard, X-Defiant, Concord, of course, naming just a few. No, possibly even worse. It's an online cooperative live service game instead. And if I were to ask you to just imagine what the characters look like, congratulations, you've already won that game. So why don't we just check out the trailer and break it down? Now, before we do, and what's rather interesting is this game is number 16 on trending, by the way, when there are people, let's just say, who get plenty more views in the gaming sphere that don't get trending. Anyway, that's just YouTube doing normal YouTube stuff. The game currently, after the trailer released yesterday, has 16,000 upvotes and 38,000 downvotes. And this comes from the PlayStation account where Guerrilla Games, because Guerrilla Games are owned by Sony, of course, where they started to talk about the game and their plans for it and showing a few things off. And, well, let's just say it was very eye-opening.
From the ashes of the old...
Don't worry, it's still actually burning down.
Came the machine.
Okay, so I know I'm pausing it pretty early, but this immediately looks like an advert for a mobile phone game to me. And I don't say that flippantly or just to be contrarian. I am a professional doom scroller on Instagram at this moment in time. And I'll tell you this, pretty much every mobile phone game advert has some sort of thing like this. Not only does it look like a mobile phone advert, game advert, but it also, let's just be honest, kind of looks like Fortnite as well. But there we go.
For ages.
I mean, yeah. If this, right, popped up by saying the newest team up is Fortnite X Horizon Zero Dawn, I would have honestly have believed you.
Guardians of the natural world, and they turned against us. Now they're getting deadlier by the day.
They're not really looking like machines anymore, though. They've kind of lost that, you know, mechanical aspect of them, really. They just sort of look like generic beasts. Look like more like demons. You know, this is sort of like demon spawn than it does mechanical. I'm just saying, that's just my penny hapeneth. Why are all look, I'm a fat bastard, right? But I'm not pretending to be a hero. I'm not pretending to be a hunter. I'm not pretending to be a fucking Spartan. I'm not pretending to be a member of Starfleet. Why is everyone in these games fat now? And particularly, why are people fat in the Horizon Zero Dawn universe? If anything, they should be far from it. Things are sparse. Life is tough.
All across the land, people are dying.
And that's just after watching video game trailers. Ayo! Bloody hell, that was loud.
That's why our leader gave me this command.
Oh, right. Okay. I saw in the comment section, and I'll say this here because I think it's absolutely correct. Take a shot every time a character smirks. And it's the typical side mouth SJW smirk. But I will say this, at least that looks like a female, you know, unlike Aloy from Horizon Forbidden West or Forbidden Showering or whatever it's called.
And we have to fight.
Smirkies.
And to do that,
Okay, so now that you've had your taint tickled, we are now going to see the rest of the playable characters. I'm going to say so far because the roster will no doubt likely be added to over time. God, that looks fucking awful. Let's just see our eclectic group of people, shall we?
we need a team. Soldiers who always hold the line.
But it's good to see. It's good to see that any sort of realism surrounding Horizon Zero Dawn is now just thrown complete and utterly out of the window with this first dude. I remember the fights in why couldn't they do this but with the aesthetic from the actual game itself and maybe the ability to craft your own individual heroes? Why are we going away from that? Why are we seemingly going away from being able to craft your own characters for these type of games to, unfortunately, have one of the stunning and brave inserts that you will see throughout the course of this reveal? Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh, you thought the guy at the beginning had a little bit of an extra poundage on him? Holy shit! Yeah, we have. Well, I mean, she wishes she was morbidly obese. And there's going to be something which is even funnier now, because this thing which couldn't run, let's just be honest, couldn't run. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, did you see it? Don't worry, you're going to get another good look at it in a second. She has a peg leg. Now, I can only assume that she has a peg leg due to the diabetes, because the old Sugarfoot had to get cut off, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. Time for that Sugarfoot to go bye-bye. But we have a woman weighing 630 pounds and is handicapped. Why? Oh, only in the West. Only in a West. Hold on. Where's that downvote? Bang. There you go. I've just added my downvote to this fucking mess. Course she's a tank. Course she's a fucking tank. Have you seen her?
Infiltrators.
Stealth character. Yeah. Women do it in the dark. Blah, blah, blah. Girls get things done. This is the girl. Oh, look. If you are taking shots every time a character does a smirk, I mean, you're a fair few in already. In actual fact, I'd recommend that you stop, as you might die of alcohol poisoning by the end of this fucking trailer. Got to sell some caterpillar fucking eyebrows on her as well. And stunning and brave, I don't know, rainbow hair. I guess she's an ally. Fucking whatever.
Champions.
Oh, very generic, by the way. Look at that outfit. Just I do not like the aesthetic of this at all.
Who shine in the light. Upstarts.
What? Okay, let's move on.
Whose stories
There's just certain optics there which aren't good. I'm just saying.
are just beginning.
Quite. Oh my goodness, there's a white guy. There's a white guy. Holy. I mean, he's old and decrepit. More smirking. Stop drinking, please. Stop drinking for your own health. Do not take a shot when they do that smirk.
For those who need it most.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. This is a game I do not need anywhere near me, but thank you very much for playing.
Made up of the greatest hunters in the land.
Well, you can't say made up of the greatest hunters in the land and have this fat cunt, this considerable load. Like, fuck off.
This is Hunter's Gathering.
I believe you. This is Hunter's Gathering. I believe you. Oh my goodness me. If anything screamed modernity, ladies and gentlemen, exhibit A. Right there. Gameplay is then shown off and it kind of looks, well, standard fare. As somebody that's played games like Phantasy Star Online and stuff like that, just any MMORPG, there isn't anything here which seems particularly groundbreaking in the slightest. It's a cooperative gathering. The aesthetic, I'm not wowed with. Like I said, pretty much just looks like a Fortnite game, a mobile phone game. And as regards to the characters, well, they look bland, they look uninteresting, they look like they have gone through every level of HR imaginable to make sure that every demographic, every box has been ticked. I can't wait to find out which ones are gay, because no doubt Guerrilla Games will share that type of information with us. So all in all, the Western gaming industry, to me, doesn't seem to have learnt a thing. It doesn't seem to be wanting to take risks. It doesn't seem to want to create the next best thing. It just wants to create the world outside their tiny little window, which they love to refer to all the time. And it's not a reflection on anyone else's life. And I know that I am an old man and this game isn't directed specifically at me, but I'll say this. I can tell you without absolute doubt that younger me would have been like, You know, there isn't anything there that would grab me in the slightest. So I'm asking, who is this for? Because to me, this looks like a game that's more tailored towards teenage girls? Is that the demographic that you're trying to corner? Because I don't see anything else. So there we go. This is the first look. Who knows how it's going to develop? And I'll tell you this, actually, before I do go. The characters will be heavily criticized. The aesthetic will be criticized. And the gameplay will be criticized as nothing new. Nothing that screams we're taking a next step in development. And all of it will be ignored because they're not interested at all. This is a live service game. It's going to be egregiously and heavily microtransactioned. And that's all they want at the end of the day. Something they believe that they can keep ticking and just get people to funnel money in. But I don't think Horizon Universe has the love that it once had, particularly after Forbidden West, particularly after the direction which Guerrilla seems to be taking. And all I can say is good luck. Not that I give two shits. I'll see you in the next video. You take care. Goodbye, Belobo.